What's going on, everybody? Just thought I would make a quick video and sort of just asking a question to a few people. Seems like every time there's a media narrative, something talking about Trump, whether it's uh, wanting to protect the border by putting an immoral wall, which is an oxymoron, um, are feeding Clemson football players all you can eat fast food. I see a lot of talking points and conversations going on about that, and I was just curious why people are so silent when it comes to this new abortion law that the liberals are putting into place that's going to allow children aborted like up to a day before they're supposed to be born, like 9 months full term. Uh, I'm not seeing too many comments, or which I am seeing a lot of people speaking out and posting pro-life posts, which is great to see. But um, it seems to me if people are Democrats and are voting Democrat, Democrats aren't pro-life, and this new law proves that because they've taken it to a whole nother level. And I just can't understand how someone can, I guess, put the politics to the side for a second. And most people I know or talk to or grew up with are Christian folks, are believers. Most of my peers grew up with their parents being believers and teaching them to grow up and be the same. Um, but if you're voting for people that are not pro-life, um, isn't that against the morality when it comes to it? Because a lot of people were telling me uh, when I made it known I was a Trump supporter, well, how can you call yourself a Christian and support someone that uh, cheated on his wife and been heard talking about grabbing vaginas and um, talks very rude? How can you, as a Christian, support him? That's against everything you stand for. Okay, so my question is, how can you support these Democrats and liberals when, excuse me, my back's itching there. Gotta shower a little bit. Need to get some lotion. Um, how can you tell me that when you're supporting these liberals and Democrats that are making it known that they are anti-pro-life? They're anti-life. When it comes to the border, they are anti-American. When it comes to, I think the number is close to 25, 27 million illegals in this country. And the president just tweeted that just in this month, of the first month alone, it has cost the American taxpayers $19 billion. And we have 60,000 people crossing the border illegally every month. So that's 60, 120, 2, 4, 6, 8, easily over 1 million people a year. Close to it. No, I'm sorry. That's not like good. Not right on the math. But I'm thinking it's close. There's another million close coming in every year on top of 25, 27 million. And it's costing us almost $20 billion a month. So that's 20, 40, 60, 81, 24, 60, 82. 240 billion a year if it keeps this rate. And they're bringing more caravans, so the number might jump from 60,000 a month to maybe 100. So it'll definitely be another million in a year. Okay, so the liberals have proven that by the facts that are present by our border security and homeland security, there are places on our border where we need a wall, a barrier. That's what part of what the president wants. I'm hoping he just does it with the military and gets it done. Open the government back up, so we can get back to business. There's better things that we should be doing other than bickering with each other over the national security of the country, especially when all of the Democrats that oppose Trump and won't negotiate with him had no problem signing the same legislation for Bush and Obama, Bush Jr. and Obama. So you see the hypocrisy in that, but I feel like ever since Trump's been in office and saying he wants to secure the borders, there are powers at hand working to flood our borders with people, just like they're doing in Europe and the EU countries. They flooded the borders with millions of people in a matter of years, and now their society is falling and their economies are collapsing. Just like in America, how can we get better and prosper as America if our tax dollars are supporting people that come here without getting citizenship? And it's costing us $20 billion a month. I just feel like those $20 billion can go towards something else. The money we spent in a month would already give the president 4 to 5 times the money he's asking for. That's how much money we're wasting and spending, to where when he puts the wall where it needs to be secured in certain areas and gives better support technology to the agents, it would literally pay for itself in a month. And then there's money that can go towards the illegal criminals and rogue agents and the government that are, it's not benefiting America. I just see so many things being thrown at Donald Trump, which it can't just be Trump. Trump is just the president. His agenda is as a conservative president and seeming to be a God-fearing man, I think he recognizes that if it wasn't for God, he wouldn't be a billionaire. No matter how arrogant and an asshole he is, he knows that the righteousness in people is what made America prosper. Because people say America was never great, but America has prospered from other countries in the world to where people are living on dirt floors and huts, walking a mile or two to get some water out of a well, carry it back for their family, every day because they don't have a clean water source. But I feel America has prospered. And me personally, as a black person, I feel like I have prospered. That black people have prospered. Yes, our ancestors were slaves, and we had to come through civil rights and segregation and hate, but I just feel like so many people are hanging on to that to be the reason for their, I don't want to say their existence, but if you consistently make it known that that's what we had to go through to get to where we're at, how are we going to prosper as a people to take it a step further and better ourselves? That's a whole nother story. But just making a short video here, trying to be a little quiet. My son's taking a nap, but I have a few minutes to just try to make a little video here talking about the Democrats. Yep, he's awake. I'm in here, buddy. Dad's in here. You have a good nap? But I'm gonna get off of here, get Isaiah a snack. But yeah, the main point of this video was to just let people know that if you're not going to talk about what the Democrats are doing when they're basically showing that they're anti-American when it comes to our immigration and border security, they're anti-pro-life when it comes to doing something to make abortion better, even though it's necessary sometimes, but people are having children just to have an abortion just for the hell of it. That's the point it's getting to. And now they take it to another level. But don't nobody want to talk about that. Y'all want to talk about is the narrative of the day on CNN. But I want to talk about the morality of where this country is going, and all you people that voted Democrat because you hate Trump and hate conservative values, look at what your leaders are doing in this country. Look at what you're turning this country into. And don't blame it on Trump. He's only been there 2 years. And this is sad that our country's come to this. But we can't blame it on Trump. We got to blame it on ourselves. And I'm tired of people following the media narrative and don't want to do your research, but you want to act like you know what you're talking about. Our country is falling. So pray for our country, pray for each other. I'll talk to you next time.